Hi guys. Oh, I had a cough there. It's Ruthie with the Purple Backyard Farm. Today I'm going to review for you the Inspire Bible. This is a journaling Bible. You can get this really at a fair price on Amazon. I want to say it's around $20. And I also want to share with you a pen that I'm using. I use all kinds of things, but these are the detailed doodlers. These are like $10 on Amazon, but if you go to Family Dollar, I think they're around 5 for a whole nice little set of them. So if you like fine tip pens when you're working, you might want to pick up these. They have like, I think there's like 8 to 10 in the package. So let's get to the scripture before we do anything else. And I had somebody talk to me recently. We were talking about the interview that Tucker Carlson had with someone, and they were talking about the rapture. And I've been saved since I've been a little girl, and I read the Bible lots and lots and lots. So the guy I felt had I shouldn't say felt, I know he had a lot of the scriptures wrong on when the rapture takes place and things like that. And over and over and over, Jesus talked about things. A lot of times you have to know who they're talking to, and there's different things. So you don't want to just like Matthew 24. Jesus is talking to the Jewish people, and when it says things like they'll be taken away, well, they're taken away to judgment at the second coming. There's a lot of things like that you got to study it out. But this became like a conversation in my Bible study group, and one of the people said, and this is why I want to address this, because I know that we can all feel like this sometimes, and there's a reason. We say, well, what does it matter if I know the day, the time, the season, and all that type of thing? Well, apparently Jesus thinks it matters, because he wrote a whole book on how these things play out. And different times in the Bible, you're going to see, Jesus talking about how things are going to play out. And we're just going to briefly go through this. Not a big thing. Not a big, long teaching, I should say it that way. We've got Revelation 1, and the Father's telling Jesus, they're basically revealing who Jesus is. He's the ruler. He's the king. And remember, John saw Jesus as he walked on the earth, and now he's seeing him in a new light. Okay? So then we get into 2 and 3. Okay, the whole book is a revelation of Jesus, okay? There's all kinds of things. It's like an unveiling, like pulling off the curtain from a painting, But Revelation 2 and 3, this is the church, okay? It's basically get your act together, or you aren't going in the rapture. Now, you can get into eternal security and all that stuff, but from my studies and my searching of the scriptures and talking to others and listening to the pastors and stuff, it looks like you accept Christ and you continue. If you fall off the wagon, you get back on. But some people, just because, like Sid Roth said, they ask God in their heart and they never do anything about it, and then they think that they're saved forever. Well, that's just silly. You have to really mean it, and if you're worried about it, you can just ask Christ in your heart again and keep moving forward. Like Paul said, I finished my course. So anyway, 2 and 3 is the church. Get your act together, or you're going to face the wrath of the tribulation. Okay, so this is what he's saying, okay? Then, between 3 and 4, some people say it's the open door. I don't know, I haven't studied it that far. But after 4, you never hear about the church again, because the church is raptured. And then all the rest here talk about the things that are going to happen during the tribulation until you get to the end, where it starts talking about the millennium, which is 1,000 years that the Christians Christ sets up his kingdom for 1,000 years, and then we get into eternity, which is forever and ever. So you have to study all that out. But the point of today's little lesson, so to speak, is that you should be concerned about the end times, not only for yourself to be ready and to be watching, like Matthew 25 says, the virgins. Christ marries a virgin. There's 5 virgins. 5 are ready, 5 are not. The ones that weren't ready, Jesus said, I didn't even know you. Look it up for yourself. Never, like Chuck Missler says, don't take my word for any of this. Search the scriptures for yourself. There's a lot of voices right now. Everybody's telling everybody everything. And if you don't know the Bible for yourself, then you are going to get, well, I'm not saying you're going to get deceived, but you could get deceived because you just don't know the word. And people can tell you just about anything to make it sound like it's the Bible. But, so, there you see. You do want to know because it was important to Christ. And I told Priscilla, I said, one of my Bible study friends, I said, looks to me like the whole Bible's about, hey, I'm coming to get you. It's like, you fell in the garden, and after that, Jesus is doing everything he can to get us so that we're, with him for eternity. So, okay, so I hope that helps. If you want to learn more about end times, David Jeremiah, I like Lee Bernard too, Jack Hibbs, Hal Lindsey, Chuck Missler. There's another guy I like, Alan Nolan, Alan, Alan Nolan. And he believes he's a pastor at one of the Calvary chapels. And Sean Holland, he's a Calvary Chapel pastor too, has a series on Revelation. I mean, just check them out. Okay, so now let's get into this. So this is the study Bible, and it's probably around $20. It's like a soft cover. And then I'm trying to encourage people to have home Bible studies. So when I give my Bible away, I want them to, I write something about you can use this Bible to start a home Bible study. Just pop in a video from Hal Lindsey, Chuck Missler. I mean, there's lots of preachers I like, but I'm just naming some that I knew would be good. David Jeremiah. Invite your friends over. Put on a pot of coffee. I don't want to say snacks because people don't want to cook. You get a pot of coffee, watch the video, do it weekly, monthly. And then I said you can give this Bible when through the course they can go through the Bible, and then they could give it to the next person that wants to do a home Bible study in their home, or they can just keep it or whatever. But I'm trying to encourage people to, as I give my Bibles away, to do that too, because I felt led of the Lord to do that, because eventually the church is going to go underground. Okay, so pray over my Bibles that the Lord protects them and that they never get burned or anything, so that people can use them. Because in the sidebars, I'm trying to write study notes. And they could be anything. So when I'm studying, I just write things in the sidebar. Right here, I was just kind of like verse mapping and stuff. But, you could just be anything. But somebody might look at this and this might speak to them that day for some reason. And, or maybe I might put in a study note from a book that I have, a commentary or something I heard in preaching. So if you want to do the same thing, it's a good thing to do. I also like to write, depends on how much space I have. I mean, I want to write it, and but sometimes right now it's like the remnant church might find the Bible, meaning people that are here before the rapture. But sometimes I write my letter. I usually like to write it. That's, like if you miss the rapture, don't take the mark of the beast and that type of thing. So, but I usually like to write that. I probably need to, I have to kind of think how this is going to go. I could write it in the sidebar, or you could tape it in a letter or whatever. But this is what I'm working on right now. One of the projects. I work on many projects. I work on my Bible all day between cleaning and whatever else I'm doing. But use all these sidebars, and you can pick up a cheap Bible on eBay or Amazon, and even Amazon sells used Bibles. and use it just like a notebook. And you could buy either a bunch of little notebooks or buy one that has the Bible included, and then donate it or give it away, and somebody might be really, 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 really thankful. I love Bibles that have people's notes in them. If I get a Bible on eBay, hardly ever I can find one with someone else's notes in it. But usually they're not going to have notes like, which I wish they did, like massive notes, which is what I'm trying to do in all these sidebars. And a little fun too. Sometimes I might give testimonies. Sometimes I might talk about somebody I knew. Like there was a sister in our church, Sister Booker, and I was trying to. Oh, this is our daily bread. They have something that they send out too for free. I think it's for free. But like Sister Booker, she was the lady that went to our church. She wanted to have another baby. She wore maternity clothes for 2 years. And I believe she had her tubes tied and she had another baby. You know, stories like that. That's inspirational for people to know about. Or my brother Harry, when he was born, had pneumonia. You know what I mean? And it was really hard because he was a month old and my parents were really sick about it, and they called the doctor, and the doctor didn't see any signs, but he said, since the mama sees it, let's bring him in, and the God healed him. You know, just stories after stories that I can put in my Bibles, being saved 60 years and be seeing a lot of healings and miracles and knowing people. I can share things that I know. I like to use code names so people don't know who people are, because just a nice thing to do. So that's something, like if I mention people's names, I don't like to say their name. My friends, they know their name. They know their name. But because I tell them, you are so and so, because I just think that's a good way to do it. You know. But anyway, so here you go. So you can see there's lots of pictures to color. Sometimes I watch television, or I'm praying, or I just want to sit and relax. I just color, or, you know, there's nothing wrong with just enjoying your life too, you know. So anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. And remember, big or small, you too can be a backyard farm. God bless.